there. This is the third and final day of the Salt Lake City Summer League. And then Topic back as a starter with A.J. Mitchell.
Because of the guys who aren't playing to take a lead role.
3-year contract just a couple of weeks ago. Can he back up SGA? That's kind of the question that OKC's trying to answer. And also they're trying to finally get a feel for Topic after that ACL injury back in January of 2024. We do know that Sissoko can get on top of the rim.
If you didn't, you know it now. It's going to be a physical game inside, too. It's with Tinoco and Kyle Filipowski in there.
Flip out of the wing. Yes, three-point ability. Lets it fly. Knocks it home. And a foul.
Filipowski shot that three-pointer with, and that was a challenge he took on during the middle of the season, was changing a shot. It's something that's not easy to do by any means, especially coming. It's a bit easier to really keep working on that shot, and you can just see how comfortable he is just letting it fly, trying to connect. But aside from that shot, Flip just says he's playing free in general, and Summer League's a good time.
Good for him at that stretch 5 position.
Sissoko, 3 offensive rebounds already. That one got stuck on the side of the rim, falls back into the hands of Flip. He'll bring it, try to go coast to coast. Cops it back to Cody. Here's Williams. He's got space, working, stops and pops off the elbow. Good look, tapped up once by Flip. Pokes it back out. The Jazz have a fresh 14 up on the shot clock. Outside 3, and Barnheiser the rebound. Harkless, a really tough defender. Scotty Morrison told us he stole the show thus far in practice coming up into Summer League. First bucket by A.J. Mitchell.
A little too easy. A.J. Mitchell gets behind the D and goes unseen.
Clayton in the crowd. Ball stripped. Picks it up. Stayed with it. Good hustle. Cody Williams. Shot clock at 6. Smart. Clayton Jr., the free throw, it's good. So NBA series, title series, 4 games to 3. So they built something special. They're very young still in Oklahoma City. Almost a blueprint for some other teams in the league, including the Utah Jazz. Sam Presti's done a marvelous job putting it together. SGA was really kind of that final piece. Mitchell down on the baseline, takes the contact, and will throw it away. Collier wants that ball back. In the backcourt with Clayton. He slides out, passes, corner. The shot is away and a little strong by Harkless. Filipowski, the offensive rebound. Clayton tries the 3, won't go. Flip again, keeps it alive. Inside, jackknife shot. Bucket.
Extra hustle to keep that ball alive.
4 offensive rebounds. Whistle for the foul. Tapped out, another possession. Here's Topic. Gave up the 3. They go to Barnheiser. He'll take the triple and hits right in front.
Barnheiser decides to stay this time. Doesn't go back door and receives a nice rhythm catch and shoot.
Off his game last night and a lot in that win against Philadelphia. There was not a lot of rhythm in the OKC 76er game. 57 fouls. How about 72 free throws?
Yeah, that grinded out.
Mitchell uses that screen, runs up the chest of Flip, and see, they want young players.
But you put yourself in a regular game. There's certain fouls you wouldn't make, so you have to be smart.
Mitchell, an early 6 in his field a 7-0 run by Oklahoma City. Cody Williams, splash, nice shot. He played 50 games for Will Hardy last year, the 10th pick out of Colorado. Bench press.
And from what I've seen, especially in the last game, if that's any sign of it, he's definitely making that jump.
Filipowski from Collier. That ball again down along his knees. He dropped it, still fights for it, and then that ball. 3 turnovers committed by the Thunder, 2 by the Jazz. Filipowski on the inbound, takes that 3. Barnheiser the rebound. Just past the 6-minute mark in this first quarter. Great crowd once again on hand for this Summer League finale. Barnheiser, nice dish down low inside, jumped it over the back of the rim. Good look, a little bunny like you like to say, T, by Sissoko.
Sissoko a little too far under the basket, but give credit to Kyle Filipowski.
Second defensive rebound for Flip. He'll take the three. It's up and out. Rebound. Malachi Leone from the Netherlands. Played it Bradley.
A little bit of a mystery, but regardless, his family celebrating draft night. Doesn't get much better than that, guys.
Yeah, that's fun. Hope to see him in Las Vegas. Hanson Ward is in. Knocks down his first two. T, take me back to '83. You won a national championship, and then you heard Frank Layden call out your name, number 7 overall.
Yeah, it's a really indescribable feeling to be at Madison Square Garden and to be in that green room and having to walk up on stage. Kind of surreal. So I can understand a lot of emotions going on with these players.
6'6" guard slash forward who played at Notre Dame. Little thing about just being cool and calm. A little Jamal Murray like.
Yeah, he's playing like he's been there before, and we've seen that poise. Not a selfish guy, but really takes advantage of opportunities on the offensive side.
Just mentioned Goodwin comes in, instant offense. Nice block shot. Filipowski got up to knock that ball away from Barnheiser. Collier, the trailer, puts his shoulder down. Beautiful spin. Dish inside. Ball knocked out of the hands of Goodwin. Collier takes that shot from 10 feet. Couldn't connect, and the rebound pulled in by Zach Austin.
Not a bad series right there for the Jazz. Just couldn't get the shot to go down.
Austin flies up a three. Collier, right place, right time of the rebound, off to Springer. Springer hits the deck, trying to make this team out of Tennessee. 6'4" guard.
A.J. Mitchell just putting it in another gear. Saw that wide open. Saw that lane get wide open and just gets right to the rack.
A.J. with 11 points in 6 minutes. He's hit 4 of his first 6 shots. Remember, he turned an ankle last night, T. Wasn't sure if he, I wasn't expecting to see him play. I heard the courtside was 2,500. Bronny will be there. Flip makes the second.
Nikola Topic came out a little over 5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now he's back in to try to get something going. Didn't do much in like 5 minutes.
Springer, got to say it, springs in for 2. I mean, he got up. Nicely done.
Yeah, we saw his athleticism last season. He got some opportunities to play and did not disappoint.
We'll see Max Asmus for the first time, rookie out of Texas. Where's number 30? He's on Topic, and a foul.
Very, very well, and can knock down those open looks too.
Maybe it's the beard, but still. On the floor. That ball's jumped out of the hands of Springer. Back out front. They go to Clayton Jr. We see Signogo for the first time. Big man, 6'9", 245 for the Jazz. Stop and pop jumper, short.
Everything's falling a little short right now for the Jazz in that mid-range.
Topic inside, the pass, nicely done. 2 seasons with the Jazz. The veterans have moved on, and Big T, the change is right before our eyes. Youth.
Yeah, you see youth right here.
Springer the steal, trying to go coast to coast and then drops it out of bounds.
Most exciting players ever put on a Jazz uniform.
I tell you, the flame, he played to it. Like to light it up, and I tell you, that one moment in time where the futility finally ended with a triple-double for the Jazz franchise. There's a travel coming back in. I tell you, it's been a wild month. Ainge was hired at about 3 weeks before the draft. They come away with Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton Jr. Kanje as well. Hope to see him in Las Vegas. The jumper straight away. Nice stroke by Springer.
Jaden Springer, such a high IQ. He's got a great basketball body, but his handles are at the point where he could really get any shot, finds his space quickly, gets his feet assembled, and just rises up into a shot.
Jason Gortman, first time on the floor. Topic down low, gave it up. Ball's down. Jazz trying to hustle for the jump ball. And Sanogo will jump against Ward. Topic keeps that ball alive. High floater. Ball's down. We got a whistle. That parade was something for the Thunder, winning the NBA championship for the very first time. Corner three, good look. Off it comes by Goodwin.
Talked about the pace of this game. You're right, I do love it. Both teams really want to run.
Both teams crashing the boards. That's an errant pass. Good hustle out of bounds. Jazz.
A guy like Jaden Springer to come out and play as well as he's been playing, and maybe Walter Clayton Jr. to get into a groove here as well. Taking the defender with them in their path, and it's always a quick whistle.
Last night against Philadelphia, Leons with 4 rebounds, 6 points. Over 2, Topic rides up the 3-point shot, rebound Springer, head up. Boy, he's in the front court. They want to play that 2.5-second kind of style of play, and the Jazz got across midcourt in a hurry. Rebound, double pump, put it up, big fella. Yeah, he's going to get the bucket.
Well, he just took that ball away from Sissoko.
Blocked, Springer, Sanogo. 3, got it. Clayton Jr.
All of our young players have been in the gym all summer, and the emphasis has been on trying to get in way better condition, get stronger. We need to try to bridge the gap. We're a young team, and we know that, but you know, this is a league full of grown men, and the more we can do to work on our bodies, not everything that we do has to be perfectly basketball focused, and that one day a week where they're outside with the tires and those types of things has been really fun for them.
I'm going to go right to the draft, Coach. Saw you in the war room, and you guys had an ideal draft, is what it's been called. So let's get right to it. Talk to us about how excited you are to develop these young players that you drafted in the NBA draft.
This is a really fun time for our program. We feel like we came out of this draft with the guys that we wanted. You know, in the first round to come out with Ace, and then we moved up to get Walter because we were afraid that we weren't going to be able to get him. And I think they fit into our group. First of all, from a personal standpoint, they're both wonderful young men, very competitive, very driven. You know, we've seen Ace and Walter's energy in these first couple of summer league games. I think our fan base can see that. They fit into our young core very, very well. It's been fun to work with them.
Beautiful move by Springer, lost it out of bounds. Will, you're sitting next to Austin Ainge. My goodness, interesting. We get a timeout. And see this franchise do with Austin and Justin Zanuck and Ryan Smith.
Yeah, I mean, Austin is an incredible basketball. Very, very clear from the first day that, you know, he was getting up to speed on kind of everybody here, but he had obviously been studying the draft. So it was about all of us getting on the same page about what we want to value going forward and the types of players, the types of people.
This summer league.
It's all about his energy and competitiveness. I think we've seen that from Ace when he's played. I recognize that the draft process has been a whirlwind for anybody that's coming in. Not only are you learning a new program once you get drafted, but you're trying to figure out where you're going to live. There's a ton of life things that are going on as well, and there's also some nerves. You know, Ace is a big-time player, and he's played in a lot of great environments, but to come here and, you know, our crowd always shows up, there's definitely some jitters that first night, but it's about, is he going to compete every game? Is he going to compete every play? Is he going to be a great teammate? And he showed those things. the ins and outs of the offensive and defensive system, I don't worry about that stuff right now. It's more about how he carries himself.
Well, yeah, thanks for your time.
Yes,
I know
sir.
Las Vegas is next. It starts up at the 10-day run. Starts on Thursday. Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You'll see more than enough of us this season.
And taking the lead of 34-29, Cody Williams. That ball jumped right into his chest off the miss. It will gives you a lot of great insight. I mean, it's plain and simple, to the point. And I think he's right about Ace Bailey. Look, when you're young, you know, you got to take in more than just basketball. It's about life. Where am I going to live?
Yeah. And I think the right word, especially for a young draftee like Ace, is whirlwind. So I'm excited for him, though. I think he's definitely going to learn to love it here and be a fan favorite instantly.
Wow, he was at the rim and he was on the corner knocking down threes and had a mid-range game.
Yeah, and I think we knew he had the wow factor, right? He showed a lot of that in college. He's bringing it to this level. But what I really liked is the hustle plays, the offensive rebounds. We know how important that is for the Jazz to get second opportunities. And he came out and he had 3 offensive, right? So, you know, a couple of stops.
NBAevents.com. Filipowski jumps in for the rebound, finds Cody.
Al Filipowski's 8th rebound, had 7 early.
One touch pass, corner, it's up and in. No panic with a 5-point half. That was the first bucket for the Jazz in 4+ minutes.
Yeah, and the trend also, you heard Austin Ainge talk about it. The officials are really starting to let players play a little more physical. So with that being said, you have to take advantage of it. You have to kind of push the envelope a little bit, Bowler, to see how much they'll let you do that. But, you know, that's the thing. You got to stay with the craze.
Foul number 2. Mitchell. Puts up a left-handed shot. Dominant hand. Collier into front court. Isaiah looking for his first score of the night. He's only taken 2 shots, 2 assists. Clayton Jr. comes up short. Springer across midcourt. He had a pass into the paint, but it happens.
Kyle Filipowski was just trying to get back. I think Ward may have had a bucket.
Mitchell, like he has throughout the weekend and beyond, 14 points. He's dominated.
Yeah, Isaiah Collier's only played a little over 10 minutes. He's only taken 2 shots. He's 0 for 2. It looks like he's looking to do more facility.